I've just completed making loads of bangles. You can see them hanging there. That's where they live at the moment. So they're the big chunky bracelets that I've been making. I've now got them in, I think it's 3 sizes. So I have the thin ones, I have a medium-sized one, and then the bigger chunky ones. And I've got quite a few of those in store now, which is what I wanted. And then I started to think about whether I can expand on that range, because I want to do something a little bit different, because not everybody wants big chunky bracelets. And I do have lots of other jewellery on my shop. So I had a look over on eBay and I've bought myself some findings. It's really fun buying things for the studio. I get a great amount of joy out of it. So what I've been looking at is these pinch, I don't know if you can see those, I'll take one out. They're like end of bracelet clasps, and they've got little teeth inside them, and you do your bracelet and you put the ends in there and you clamp that shut and it holds shut. So I've bought a big bag of those. I think I can get something like 25 bracelets out of there. There's 50 in that pack. And then I've bought some more jump rings, some smaller jump rings, because I need to attach the clasps to them. And I've also brought lots of chasers, which are the extra ends so that you can easily adjust the bracelet to fit your wrist size. So that's my idea. I have pre-made some of my plaited sections, and what I'm going to do is feed them into one of those like that and have 3-strand bracelets. I'm also going to do some more fancy ones, so where you'll have the 3 but they'll be plaited and there'll be other things in them. So I'm going to have an experiment with that. That's my new product. I'm having some problems with Shopify and I don't know if anyone can help me with this. So if you go into my store and look at my catalogue, you can see the collections and you can click on the different departments. When you go to handmade jewellery, there's a lot of items in there. There's something like 147 items now in my jewellery store, and it ranges across necklaces, earrings and all sorts of bracelets and bangles. What I want to do is when you go into handmade jewellery, you get another section of menus and you can choose earrings, bracelets, necklaces, but I cannot work out how to do it. I've had a look on the Shopify help to do with like making nested menus, so a menu within a menu, and I can't get it to work. I don't understand how it works. So if anyone can give me a really simple explanation of how to do that. It might be the theme that I'm using in Shopify, which means that that's just not an available option. It keeps telling me to go into navigation, to go into the menus, click on add menu, and then put a menu under a menu. But it doesn't work because I don't want it to be under catalogue. I want it to be under all collections and then within there. And I can't find that on my main menu. Anyway, so that's really frustrating. So what that means at the moment is if you go into the jewellery section and you're looking for something specific like a bracelet, you need to type bracelet into the search bar to whittle it down to just the things you want to see. But I'd like to make that menu more customer friendly, so you can just go click, click, click. And I mean, searching works, but it might be nice to have that instant click to the section, and I can't work out how to do that. And as I'm expanding these ranges more and more, there are more and more items. So that's a bit frustrating. So I'm going to get on and make some of these little extra strand bracelets. I have been doing some plaiting all week, just trying to get ahead because I was waiting for these items to turn up, and I'm waiting. And so yeah, I'm just going to get on and start making some of these, and I'll show you what I'm doing. My desk is a complete disaster at the moment, as you can see, so I need to have a little bit of a tidy up before I can get going. So I've just been dipping in a few times during the week and just doing some plaiting just to get prepped. I have some like nice colourways. That's a really nice dark green we've got the dusky pink and mustard yellow, and then there's a blend of the dusky pink, grey and the yellow as well. So that's what I've got at the moment, and I will expand on that because these bracelets are great, but they use up quite a lot of fabric, and I'm really down to quite small lengths of fabric now. So making like small amounts like that, which is a 6-inch piece of plait, which then forms the main part of the bracelet, and then you add the extra bits to it, is really where I'm going with that at the moment. So that works for that. Enjoy my little stream of making that comes after this. I'm also trying to make gifts for Christmas this year because, man, those budgets are going to be tight. So I'm making my best friend a lasso necklace with very fine black braid, and I've got some beads and other bits and bobs to go on the end, and I've made enough of this black braid to probably make 2 or 3. I might make 2 and then do one as a bracelet because I've plaited it now, so I might as well use it. So I'm going to do some some behind the scenes on that as well. So I hope you enjoy. I will get these up in the shop as soon as they're done. As each one's made, I will list it. But if you do know how I can get around this Shopify collections menu issue, do let me know because it's driving me absolutely nuts. I spent about an hour this morning trying to work out how to do it and could not find a way to do it. I was setting up menus and doing it, and then going to have a look on the website, and it's not putting it, it's putting it within the main collections. So you'll see all the collections, and it'll be bracelets and it'll be earrings, rather than going into handmade jewellery and finding those there, and I can't pull them through and into just the jewellery section. It's driving me insane. Anyway, so drives me mad, technology. So yeah, hope you enjoy this. So that is bracelet number 1. It's quite fiddly to get the plaits into these little pieces, into these little crimped sections. I found that the best thing to do is to get it so far in and then crimp it shut about halfway, and then use a decent sized needle just to force it in under the teeth, and then once it's got a grip on it you can clamp it tight. But now it's in place, it doesn't feel like it's going to come out. That feels pretty good actually. That's pretty good for a first off. And then I'm going to put a lobster clip on that that side, the chaser on the other, and then it'll be whatever size you want it to be. And I think I went for 2-inch chasers. So these, let me just have a look at one. Oh, they wrapped and then wrapped again. Oh goodness. Hang on. Yeah, so that allows you, that's the extension that you could potentially get on the bracelet size, and that's pretty good. These are 2-inch, so that gives you an extra 2 inches to play with if you want it. Now, one of the other things I was thinking about, and I have googled it, but again it's something else that I would rather throw out to people, is lobster clips are really fiddly to do up when you haven't got someone else to do them for me. So I tend to wear, if I'm going to wear like bracelets regularly, I tend to wear the braided ones because they're stretchy. You can just stretch them over your wrist. I know that you can get tools. There's a little tool you can use which holds one end and allows you to clip with the other. But if your hands don't work very well, if you have arthritis or other things that stop your hands working properly, how do you fasten bracelets? And it's the same thing with some necklaces as well. And I've looked into things like magnets, but my concern is that the magnets aren't strong enough. With necklaces it's slightly easier because you can make it to a larger size so it just goes over your head. Now I did see some interesting magnet clips which had a magnet but also a fold over. I'll put a picture there so you can see what I mean. And I'm thinking about offering that as an alternative for the lobster clips. But I might do those as a request, like a make to order, keep some in stock, and then depending on how many requests I get, have that as an option so you can have a magnet clasp instead. But the fold over magnet clasps looked far more secure than just a magnet. I do have some magnetic beads which, I mean, they're not really weak, they're quite strong, but you've only got to catch that bracelet and that's gone. So I'm not sure what I should be offering. Let me know what you think. I know there are also toggles you can have, but again, they can be quite fiddly. So let me know. I'm erring towards the fold over magnet clasps, but I would like to hear what you think. So that has now been started. I will be getting a few of these in and then I can add them to the shop, and that's my update. It's good fun to try something new and just add more variety. I know there is quite a lot on my shop, and particularly when it comes to the jewellery, and I really need to divide that shop up, but I haven't worked out how to do it, so any help gratefully received. Thank you for watching. Any comments, do let me know, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.